It's not just countries that fight over borders. Sometimes it's not even places. Our world is so globally interconnected that plenty of other things, like companies, fight over borders too. It's why Australians eat Hungry Jack's instead of Burger King, and Germans and Italians can't drink Budweiser. Lots of brands have different names in different places so that the name makes sense in the local language. But sometimes national borders define what you have to call certain things. When Burger King expanded into Australia in the 1970s, there was already a trademark restaurant with the name, so they picked a new one, Hungry Jack's. Funny part is that in the 90s, the name became available again, but Hungry Jack's was already a big brand and they eventually ditched the name Burger King in Australia for good. Budweiser in Germany literally means someone from Budweiser, which is an actual place in the Czech Republic. There was and is a brewery there that makes popular beer called, obviously, Budweiser. The beer was popular enough that Adolphus Busch tried to replicate it when he moved from Germany to St. Louis in the 1850s. Ironically, the original Czech Budweiser was already being sold in the US before the American Budweiser was first made. Ever since, there's been more than a century of legal battles between the two brands. As of now, American Budweiser isn't Budweiser in most of Europe, it's just Bud. And you can get the original Budweiser in the US, it's called Czechvar. There's not just international differences either. If you spend time on both coasts of the US, you might know that Hellmans mayo is only available east of the Rockies. To the west, it's called Best Foods. They're the same. If you turn the label around, it even says so. The story may not be as interesting as the other brand map conflicts, but essentially Hellmans mayo started in New York, while Best Foods mayo was made by a different company in San Francisco. Both mayos became a hit on their respective coasts in the 1920s, and by 1927, Best Foods bought Hellmans, and the brands have been in the same family ever since. The ingredients are identical, but there's rumors that the recipes are still slightly different. I don't know, it tastes like mayo to me. There's other examples of US brands called something different based on the map. Dreyer's ice cream also uses the Rocky Mountains as a dividing line. It's called Edie's to the east.